I think by now, judging based off the location of where we're at, and the fact that I still have the license plate on my backpack, if you haven't already guessed it, you may want to sit down. Today, on this fine spring day, kind of still winter, but the truck has seen better days for sure. Meanwhile, I have not. And this bike certainly will be seeing some better days. The 2025 R6, this bike has been sitting in my friend's garage for better part of a week now. About 2 weeks, actually, ever since I bought this bike. Let's get that cold start, shall we? Starts right up. Never a concern. Now, the reason I'm taking this bike out today is obviously I bought a lot of things to try to get this thing street legal. Last time you guys saw this bike in my short form content, you guys saw that we got DRLs for this bike, the R6 DRLs, you know how they like swoop in here. They're really cool looking. I got them installed kind of, and I made sure, I double checked that they work, and they do, thank God. Although I gotta take them to Ducati to get them properly installed, since you have to tear apart the entire front end of the bike. I got school. I don't have time for all that, so I'm gonna have Ducati do it. They're also going to install the turn signals for this bike, and then I also have mirrors coming for this bike as well, and also some headlights. So as soon as I get all of that installed, then I can do the proper exhaust on this bike, have this bike have a full straight pipe exhaust with a tune, and then she's basically a 2020 R6 with a 2025 serial number. So today we're just going to be doing, this is like my first official ride out here in Ohio where I live on the 2025 R6. Let's get to it. Here she is, boys. Ah! She's smoking, no! That's a lot of condensation that's been built up in the motor as this bike's been sitting in a garage for the past 2 weeks. Haven't been able to ride. Clearly, as you can tell, there's a little bit of snow down here. But there's no snow over there, so we could take out this bike for a ride and get things done. Get all the salt off my shoes. What better way to enjoy a brand new 3-mile 2025 Yamaha R6 than to just ride it. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Still bone stock exhaust, absolutely nothing done to make this bike modified for the street. I do have a temporary plate and registration for this bike, so I'm about as kind of legal as you could get. I can still get pulled over for having equipment violations, but that's why we're taking this bike to the dealership, is to get all this stuff installed, so that way I can make it fully street legal. Hopefully we get there safely. This feels so different than riding the MT-07 that we were just riding in the last video. So the last time I rode this bike, I was in Virginia. That didn't really count in my opinion because I'm unfamiliar with that area. I don't really know what I'm doing out there. These roads are so wet. It just sucks. There's only so much I could do, man. Like, I really wanted to protect this bike and keep it away from the elements for as long as possible, but it's like, at a certain point, you just gotta ride, man. And this winter has been taking so unbelievably long. I'm hitting my limit to the point where it's just like, I don't care about the keeping my bikes away from the elements. I can't find it in my heart to care anymore. I gotta ride. I just have to. I gotta get it out of my system. And there's only one way to do that, and that's to ride. Okay, we're past all the water. That makes me feel a little bit better. It's a 2025 R6, dude. It's so slow. It's a 600. I get that, but like, good God, I saw the car coming. I was like, come on, come on, come on. Get to the power band. I'm not trying to give you full beans yet. I get, like, I'm not giving it full throttle and it's in standard mode. It is not in its strongest power mode. I understand that, but it just feels so slow. It just does not have the torque that this MT-07 has. Okay, well, we got a few cars here. This thing got a track R6 on the street, baby. I love this thing. It's a bike that feels like me. It feels like it is the most me motorcycle I have ever bought in my life. I started on a 2008 Yamaha FZ6. That was my first bike ever. It was a derivative of the R6 engine, so it reminds me of the bike I first owned 5-6 years ago now, except just a lot more powerful and a lot more full of character. This is just such a freaking cool bike, dude. I'm the only guy on YouTube who's ever ridden a 2025 or 2021 plus Yamaha R6 on the street. Oh my God, really, dude? You're gonna not let me in like that? You're gonna ride that person's butt rather than let me in? Alright, enjoy your bumper fender eliminator, whatever the little Jeep. You're so special. Go! I don't have a horn, I can't push it! I'm like, I have a silent exhaust, I can't rev the bike. That dude's probably gonna be wondering, what was that? Yeah, I'm like, if I get in a situation where someone's asleep at the wheel and they can't move, like they're not moving forward, how am I supposed to inform them that the light in front of them has changed from red to green? I don't have a horn. I press the horn button, it doesn't work. It's a track bike. I don't have lights. I can't flash my high beams. Those, despite what the light says, it doesn't work. I don't have an exhaust on this bike yet, so it doesn't make any noise. And go knock on the window, be like, excuse me, sir, the light has changed green. Like that. Hey, oh, hey, I'll change green. What kind of color green you waiting on? Everyone's on their phones these days, man. Live in the moment. There's a cop, right? Ex-cop car, not a real cop. It's so hard to tell whenever it's a real cop or not. And I'm a little bit tweaked out because there's a very high chance if I get pulled over on this bike, there's a potential for me to get towed because I don't have headlights or turn signals or brake light or anything you're supposed to have. Little bit of a problem. That was a bit of a rev up. Riding through my school on my illegal Yamaha R6. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut that out. I keep calling it an illegal R6, even though I'm like literally working on getting it street legal. I hope I don't annoy people with that. Like, I'm not trying to. It's just funny because I bought a bike that's not legally supposed to be ridden on the street, yet I'm riding it on the street. It's funny, okay? If there's any cops watching this video, I have a plate, I have registration, I just don't have equipment. I have to like signal that I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Does that make sense? I'm in the process of getting this bike street legal, okay? Like, I'm working on it. I'm quite literally in the process of it. It's very possible. Everybody was doubting me. They're like, oh, you can't get that bike street legal. Oh, it doesn't have a VIN. It does have a VIN. I have insurance on it. That's the most important thing about when riding on the street is having insurance, and I have insurance. Please let there be a cop up here that pulls me over. That'd be so funny. It would be such entertaining content to get pulled over on this bike. I'm sorry, but it just would. Like, I think a lot of people would be very interested in seeing that. Oh God, that looks like rain clouds. Please let me beat that. If a cop sees this, he's 100% gonna pull me over because I don't have a plate on it. It's on my backpack. It's not on me. It's not like I'm breaking the law here. I'm going 40 miles an hour. It's a track bike, but it's very easy to ride on the street. This is why 600s are great. The old age 600s, dude. You guys, all the youngins miss out on this. They don't get to experience what this bike is. They'll never know. All right, this is the part in the episode where I might start lane splitting. Or I might start doing some splitting, because I don't want to sit in this. I have better things to do with my time than sit in traffic all day. Yeah, okay. You're gonna, once we get to a standstill, I'm gonna just cut through this. This is pointless. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna cut through it. No point. Just chill out on the track R6. You know, you gotta ride legal when you're on an illegal bike. We can't break too many laws at once. 8 miles, not even, dude, single digits on a Yamaha R6. A lot of people were telling me, oh, you should just store it, you shouldn't ride it. Can I probably hold on to this bike forever in a storage unit and never touch it and sell it for, I don't know, $20,000 in 10 years? Probably. But like, I buy these bikes because I love them and because I want to ride them, because motorcycles are one of the best things to me, like that give me the best sense of enjoyment in life. So that's why I ride them. And I also ride them because I know you guys want to experience it as well. Like, a big reason why I bought this bike is because nobody else has them. Like, everybody on YouTube has an S1000RR or like a Panigale V4 or like a ZX10. Like, everybody has the super popular bikes. Nobody has the 2025 R6 or like the 2021 Plus. Like, after they got discontinued for the street. Like, I'm the only dude who has it. I know there's other people out there who own these bikes, but they don't make content with them. I couldn't find any videos about this bike. I'm pioneering a lot of this stuff on my own. So that's why it's a little interesting. Thank God I have a working brake light, dude. I should be annihilated by now. Just poof, demolished. All right, let's do what you guys all clicked on this video for. A little highway pull. Obviously, this bike is still in break-in. It's got less than 10 miles on it. I really should. The piston rings haven't even set in yet. You know? Piston rings are supposed to set in at 10 miles. And this is going to be the saddest highway pull of all time. And I apologize in advance, but what am I supposed to do, bro? Hey, it's in breaking. I'm not trying to have my 2025 R6 blow up before 5,000 miles. I'm trying to get a lot of miles out of this thing. Go, 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 go. Ah, I can't make it. That I can. That I can. Yep, saddest highway pull of all time. It's a 600. Hey, I felt her starting to pull there. Hey, once she gets to 6K, she's all good. All right, slow your roll, buddy. Oh, God. Hitting the Cleveland streets. All right. Yeah, at least this thing doesn't have electronic suspension that needs to break in or anything sensitive like that. It's just a regular Japanese Yamaha R6. This thing's really hard to kill, even people that abuse these things. Yeah, there's a ZX14R over there. Check it out. Jesus. Ugh. Yeah, I love living where I live, dude. Now you guys get to experience this pain with me. That quick shifter really hurts my foot, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That's like really painful, dog. I'm not gonna... It's kind of like the S1K. We really gotta jam it in there. Last acceleration. Alright, I gotta like physically point my finger where I'm turning because I don't have turn signals. One last little dip in the water and I think we're free. The track Yamaha R6, dude. What an adventure. What a beautiful looking machine this is, huh? I love this thing, dude. What a cool looking bike. I try to be protective of my bikes, bro. There's gonna be comments of people on both sides being like, you're too protective, you're being a baby. It's a motorcycle, it's meant to be outside. And then there's gonna be comments of people being like, why are you taking that beautiful bike out in the rain and the salt? You don't deserve it. And I'm just like, I can't make anybody happy, bro. I'm trying. It's tough out here. Yeah, she got a little things I can clean up, but overall not too bad considering I went through some pretty hefty things of water. And that concludes my first ride. My first true ride on my Yamaha R6. Ta-da-da-da.
It looks insane in the rear view mirror.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
You like it? Yeah, it's a weird looking bike.
And just like that, we got the R6 pretty much all cleaned up. There wasn't that much to even do on this bike. I'm not too worried about the headers since those are being replaced anyway. Same with the exhaust. All of the stuff is being replaced. I did manage to find a little bit of rust on the brake rotors, but like, to be honest with you, who cares, bro? At a certain point, I just don't have the energy to care about the small little bits on my motorcycles. I love bikes and I love riding and I want to keep these things looking new for as long as possible. And I want to take care of the things that I love. But at a certain point, it's my mental health, bro. You just have to neglect some certain things to just like be okay with life and living it.
Can we start it?
Sure is.
This works? Yeah. Actually, you want to do it? You just got to, all you have to do is just push down right here. See? Go for it. Such a cool moment, dude. That makes me happy.
Something really cool that Ducati Cleveland just got in is this V4 Speciale. This is the benefits of hanging around a motorcycle dealership is you get to see really cool motorcycles that have kind of been forgotten in time, like this V4. This was like a V4S that basically came with like the special livery. It also came with a Speciale seat. Also number 537 out of 1,500. I think they said that they're currently selling this bike for almost, I think, $26,000, 27, I'm not sure. Comes with a full exhaust, 7,000 miles. Not that bad, honestly. With a new V4S, I think it's $32,000, $33,000. Plus, you know, the $8,000 exhaust, you're saving a lot of money with this one.
We've started every single one of my bikes today besides the 698. The 698 is the odd one out, believe it or not. My build plans for this bike are mainly done. Like, I really don't have anything left to do on this motorcycle. The only things I had left to do are the, I guess, carbon pieces I wanted to put on and possibly getting rid of those mirrors. But the bike's kind of perfect, man. I really have nothing else left that, like, I have a desire to do. She all good to go?
All good, man. All yours.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you once again.
Hey, ride safely.
Thank you. Thank you. Shout out again, Ducati Cleveland. Always doing jobs that I just simply don't have time for. Today was the only day we were going to be able to ride these bikes since I have school tomorrow. And the days after that are going back down to the 30s. So, and let's get this cold start of the 2025 Ducati Panigale, low mount exhaust, now that we can actually ride the thing. Why was that so much louder? I didn't do that. I didn't rev it. I didn't rev it.
Yeah, I know.
That was crazy. Sick, dude. Let's get it out of the water. Yuck. Hate the water. Yeah, we're gonna have to clean it regardless when I get back. It doesn't get much better than this. A brand new Panigale V4, my first ride on it. I'm probably going to make another video in the future, like a true first ride after I get this bike broken in, but for all intents and purposes, this is the first ride on the Panigale V4, dude. I'm speechless right now. After crashing last time, I rode one of these, whoops. Last time I rode a Panigale V4, I crashed. The last time I rode my Panigale V4, I crashed, and now I have a new one. YOLO. Sometimes, dude, you just gotta send it. I just so happened to crash last time, right as they release a new one. That's kind of cool. Try not to stall it my first time taking it out, but I'll see you guys when we get back. Jesus, it's so slippery here. Get me out of this moisture. God, gotta be so careful with these things. Can't just give it full beans getting out of here. I can feel the tail just wanting to go. So much nicer to ride compared to my last gen. I just wish these roads weren't so wet. It's freaking me out a little bit, even though it's like not, it doesn't ride at all like the last one, so it's not like super weird. It's more like all in my head, just like, oh my god, you're on a Panigale V4, or like, it's the things that go off in your brain when you're like doing something that you shouldn't, like climbing a really tall building. Like you're like, oh, I probably shouldn't be doing this right now. You're gonna be fine, dude. We're chilling. It's all right. It's not that dangerous. I should have wore more gear, dude. What am I doing? I keep doing that. It's much easier to break in a brand new liter bike than it is a 600. And let me tell you how much better these brakes are compared to the R6. It's not even comparable, dude. They're not even the same realm of brakes. I'm sorry, the R6 brakes really do suck. Compared to a bike like this, dude, not comparable. I've been needing to talk about, it's like, what do they call it? Human conditioning. It's like because I rode so much my first year without wearing motorcycle gear, because I really couldn't afford it back when I first started riding. My first bike cost me $2,300. I couldn't really afford decent motorcycle gear. And so I never wore it. And unfortunately now these days, even after I've had like a pretty bad crash where I was like, ow, that hurt a lot, I'm still like, it's hard convincing myself to wear motorcycle gear. Like I picked it out. I didn't even put these are all riding jeans. I just didn't put the pads in them because I'm stupid. I didn't think about that. I just don't crash. I mean, that's what we always try to. Yeah, baby. First ride of my 2025 Panigale V4 after crashing my old one. There's a cop right there. Hello, sir. I've been a good boy. You're getting on the highway? I didn't do nothing. I've been perfectly chilling this whole time. I promise you. Brakes feel a lot more solid. The bike feels way different. It feels like you're sitting more, I don't know, the sitting position feels similar. I can much easier flat foot this bike. Just something that could not be said about my last one. It's just an overall much more comfortable bike. Is it still wet? I can't see my tires. My tires look dry. The person in front of me's tires look wet, which is why I'm kind of like, you as a human. What's up? That's awesome. Dude, what was that? That dude was so funny. He's kicking. I'm like, it's Panigale. You know what, man? As bad as the last crash was, like, it wasn't even that bad physically. It was more like the mental aspect of, like, having a motorcycle accident freaking sucks, bro. But being back on a Panigale V4, I think I made the right decision. It felt right.
And that about concludes my adventure on the 2025 sport bikes. But are you looking how dirty she looks?
Yeah, I don't see any dirt. There's nothing.
There might not be much to clean.
There's a little on it. There's like 4 things on the tail, but that's about it.
Well, the 07 is going to be a different story, clearly. We saw that earlier, so... Or we saw that in the last video. I'm sorry, I split this up into 2 videos. So that has been the conclusion of the R6 and the 2025 V4. Sorry today has been so hectic, but that is what happens when you get a good weather day out here in the horrible state of Ohio. Hate it here. It's just that if you friendly faces didn't live here, I wouldn't live here for a second. So I'm lucky I have such nice freaking friends here that keep me here, but oh well. Wish I could go to live somewhere sunny. I'd bring you guys all with me, but anyway, that has been the V4. So got to clean up, probably lightly detail this one. This one doesn't seem to need that much. The 07 definitely needs probably a good 10 minutes of me and Bennett going over it, but we'll take a look at that. I think I'm going to call the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys stick around for the next one, and like the video if you guys enjoyed the R6. So with that being said, I'm going to hop out of here. We're going to go home and get some food. So love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.